guys, it's Kim, and I am finally back with a regular episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast. Again, my name is Kim, and I am the Crafty Nomad because I am all over the place when it comes to my crafting. And today I will show you a little bit of the ways that I deviate from, my normal knit and crochet life. Let's see. So I want to say welcome to everyone who is watching. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for coming back again and again and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. And for those of you who are new, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that if you find that you enjoy spending time here with me, that you would consider subscribing and hitting the like button. In addition, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. It's been a while since I actually just sat down and recorded. I had plans for the month of October to do daily lives like I did in the month of July. July worked out beautifully. October was a bit of a disaster. And at the end, we'll talk about why things kind of went south in the month of October. So today I have a lot of things to share with you. Now, if you have been keeping up with the live shows that I have done, then a lot of the things that I'm going to show today you would have seen. But a lot of people do not watch all of my lives, and so therefore I wanted to record and show everything that I have been up to since the last time I hit the record button. So from here on out, I'm just gonna do. I will be doing regular recordings. So let's get started with whips. So the first thing that I wanted to show you, I think I forgot to get. So I'm gonna pause this video and come back with the item. Okay, I gathered everything, but I forgot that. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm here, but I forgot to put these in. 3, 4. All right, I'm back. So I am going to show you that I have been working on the February Lady Sweater by Pamela Wynn. And I will pop in a picture somewhere so you can see what this thing is going to look like. But what I'm using for this is Hirschner's Worsted 8 yarn. It's 100% acrylic, but it is the Heather's version of it. And the Heather's version is really soft compared to the regular one. I love using the regular one for amigurumi. I probably wouldn't have used it for a garment, but the Heather's one is super soft. And I forgot this colorway. But if I can hold this correctly, you can kind of see what it's going to actually look like. Let's see if I can get it kind of held. And no, not really. Let's see. Maybe this way, maybe. Nah, it's not going to hold right. So basically, I'll pop in a picture of my progress. But it is, basically a raglan style top down cardigan. It's called the February Lady Sweater. And so it's going to, that's the second one. Okay, so it's gonna sit like this, really. If I could get it to go right. It's going to kind of sit like that. And that's what you're seeing would be the front. And if you could tell, I am putting buttonholes in per the pattern. Try not to lose anything here. Per the pattern, there's a buttonhole every 2.5 inches. I don't know if you can see. There's one, and I've gotten to the second one. I'm using Chalgoo red lace, which I love. And this is a worsted weight yarn. This is going to work up pretty quickly. And it's size, I believe, 8 needles. And I certainly can't see it. And that's my little progress keeper. I actually probably put 1 inch on this today. But I got that progress keeper from Pam. From Pamela's Knit and Crochet Corner. Hey, Pam. So that is my February lady sweater. And like I said, I am going to put in a picture so you guys can see exactly how the sweater is going to look. And it's going to have, I believe, 5 buttonholes. So I ordered these, if I could get them out of here, these like mother of pearl buttons. And they're supposed to be vintage. I can't get this little Ziploc bag open. And I believe I'm going to need 5. And I ended up getting 6 in this order. But this is how they look. They're like a brown mother of pearl color. So I'm just keeping them in the bag so that when it's time to finally put buttons on, I will know where they are. Keeping that in my Afro Diva bag that I finally made one for myself totally by accident. I made one for somebody else and totally messed it up. Had to remake it, so I kept this one for myself because it's got a couple boo-boos at the bottom. But for me, the boo-boos don't matter. So I just love that print. That is out of print these days, but I still had some, and I still have some. So I'm glad I finally, it's so funny when I was making this bag for somebody else. Excuse me. Feels like something was in my teeth. When I was making the bag, this one, I was like, I can't believe I've never made one of these for myself. And then I made the boo-boo, so I was like, oh, you made one for yourself. Anyway, that's that for that. So that's coming along. Let's see, what else can I say about that sweater? I think that's it. It's coming along nicely. I didn't bring it over here, but this is going to be a part of a fully me-made outfit eventually. I got a fabric that I'm going to be using for a skirt, and it's going to go perfectly with this sweater. Now, this is going to be an outfit for fall of next year because there's no way this sweater is going to get finished in time for anybody, or the sewing of that skirt, because I've done, oh, speaking of sewing, what I'm wearing is the very first, I think, shirt number 1 that I made from the 100 Acts of Sewing pattern. And so with the skirt, I'm actually going to be using a commercial pattern that is either, Simplicity. I think it's a Simplicity skirt pattern. And I have been really kind of hesitant because it's just a little more complicated than these 100 Acts of Sewing patterns are so simple. Anybody could do them. They are like basically this is 2 pieces and you sew them together. No shaping or anything like that. Whereas, with the commercial pattern, there's so much more to it. But I must say that what I keep telling myself, I know a lot of people follow Gigi of Gay Gillespie from the Gigi Made It blog. Gigi Made It on YouTube, and Gigi Made It on Instagram. And one of the things that she talks about is that it's new, it's not hard, or something like that. Yeah, because it's new. Like when I look at that skirt and I know I really haven't done a commercial pattern like that, I think, oh, it's going to be hard, but really it's just something I've never done before, and I should just get past that. So I'm just trying to have that mantra of what Gigi was saying in my head so I can get that skirt pattern cut so I can at least get the skirt done. Because I received the fabric. Should I tell you guys about that now? I received that fabric from a blog community called Minerva Makers, and I was reached out to and asked that I want to be one of their contributors, and I got to pick some fabric, and I seriously did not know what this was about. I didn't really trust it, but I went ahead and jumped in, and the fabric showed up. So I am definitely going to make it and definitely do a post about it. So I got to get on top of that. So you probably see the skirt posted about way before you see the whole outfit come together, because it's just going to take me a while to knit that. So that's that. Let's see what's next. All right, so now on to, I'm just going to go with what I have right here. I am making a baby blanket. This is the let's see, Sideways Shell Baby Afghan by, I think it's Diana Lang. And I'll have everything linked. But I, by the way, don't have my glasses on because they really just are not serving me right now. Having some trouble with them, and I think I know why, but we'll talk about that. Oh, I hope I don't know why. I hope it's a whole different situation. But I'll tell you what some of the things I've been going through health-wise at the end of this video. But this is the blanket. This is what it looks like. I'm using Craft Smart yarn, which is the Michael Store brand, the lowest of sort of the lowest end of their yarns that they offer. Craft Smart is, this one's called Never Enough, and this colorway is just called Turquoise and Mint. And this little progress keeper that you hear ringing, I'm sorry if it gets on your nerves, but I like it. So that is where I was at last time. It looks like I only did one row and then I put it down. So, so I got a little more of this ball to finish. So that's what I have left. I may work on that tonight. We'll see. But this is a friend of mine, coworker of mine, is going to be a grandmother, and I've been waiting to see if it was a boy or a girl. And so I went ahead and started making this with this idea that either I'm sending this to Rose from Rose Likes Crochet for her Wings organization that she supports. They wanted, I think they want 50 blankets by December 5th. And I have another blanket in progress. So I was like, well, either this baby that they're expecting is going to be a boy and they get this, or it's going to be a girl and this still could have gone to them even for a girl. However, the other, it's a boy. So I am going to give this one to them, and I'm going to make a matching teddy bear to go with it. And that will be my gift. The other blanket will go to Rose. And it's almost finished. So it will definitely be done in time to send it off for the Wings organization. And that little progress keeper is my strawberry bell that I made. And I love the ringing, so I'm sorry if you don't. I like the bell. Let me just pick that up. The yarn, ugh. You know how the yarn just starts to go nuts. I'm trying to figure out where to put this. All right, I'm just going to put it right there. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to show you is going to be my Christmas socks that I'm working on, that I said I was going to be finished by the second week of November. They're not finished, but the one sock is finished. It's been finished, and you have already seen that one. So this is just a plain vanilla shorty sock. And the heel I've gotten from a YouTube tutorial for doing the heel turn on a 9-inch circular needle, which is my preferred way of making knitted socks. This colorway is what is this colorway? Holly Berry. This is West Yorkshire Spinners. And the colorway is Holly Berry. I believe it's a 75-25 wool and nylon blend, or it might be 80-20. I don't remember. Had it for so long and don't have a label. This was a sock that I initially cast on in 2016, October of 2016, so that I could have some Christmas socks. I did not finish them clearly, so I had recast these on at the beginning of the pandemic. I ripped them out and started again. And so here I am with this sock, which you've seen, and this is how far I am on the second sock. I am using that little gummy bear. You see the gummy bear? Sorry, I'm squinting. The gummy bear stitch marker that I made for myself. This is a resin piece that I made, and these were super fun to make, actually. And yep, so that's where I'm at. I have Just a little bit more to go before I stop the, well, actually no, I already stopped the ribbing, so I'm just going in circles at this point so that I can get to the point where I'm turning the heel. And I'll link down below the video, the YouTube tutorial that I used to do this heel. It worked out pretty good for me. The only issue is I do have a little hole. I always end up with a little hole on one side. You probably can't see it in the camera. But if I put my finger there, you might be able to see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. But anyway, I always have a little hole, and I don't know how to stop having a little hole. So if you do, let me know how to stop having a little hole. So there I am with that. So that's my Christmas socks, and this is how that yarn looks. And again, I am in a bag that I made. I'm in the process of thinking about how to revamp this and reissue these bags because people seem to be interested in them. When I put them out first, no one really, just a couple people bought one, I think. And yeah, I'm a little bit better of a sewist than when I made this. This bag is dirty. This bag needs to be washed. That's the issue. Washing it. That's a point to think about right there. But anyway, keeping it in that bag. Next, I am, so actually let me just show you guys this because I know I showed this on the live, but I don't know if I showed it on here. This is a Molly Ollie caddy that I saw it first on Hannah's channel, the Cozy Cottage Crochet. Someone gave it to her for her, and this is what it's for. It's for what she's using it for. It's a diaper baby kind of caddy thing to carry all the things around you need to take care of the babies, changing the diaper and cleaning the baby and that kind of thing. It's a caddy for that. But Seta also showed it on her channel. She was sent it so that she could review it, and I used Seta's, she had a coupon code and I got one for myself, and it's off Amazon. So for me, I just have several whips. Sorry, I got fuzz. Sorry. I don't know. Oh, yep, fuzz. Probably fiber fill on my lips. But anyway, so that's what I just keep, like 3 whips in mine, and whatever else you could put. You know, it's got a little zipper pouch, which I don't have anything in yet. But there you go. So the next whip that I'm gonna pull out of here is not on my list, but I'll show it to you anyway. These are the socks I started to participate in the Falling Leaves sock make along hosted by Earth Tones Girl on Instagram, which of course I am so far behind, but I am doing a heel flap and gusset right here on the 9-inch circulars, and it's just I'm making the Rose City rollers so they don't have a ribbed edge. So really I'm doing pretty good, because once you get that slip stitch heel done, you'll be just knitting in circles. Once you get the gusset done, just knitting in circles until you get the length of the sock. So doing pretty good. This was Lion Brand, I think it's Lion Brand Sockies, and I forgot the colorway, but that's what it looks like, totally in fall color. So that's why I chose it. And I haven't done any work on that, but I figured I would show it to you because I'm not sure if I have. This is being kept in a bag by Christi Cook. She has a mini maker bag club, and I forgot which month this represented, but it was just like a kitchen theme one, if you can see that print, and a pretty little gingham there. And then on the inside of the bag is like rolling pins and all kind of other cooking implements. And so I love Christi's little bags. They are so perfect for socks and probably hats. So there you go with that. Next whip is going to be my contribution to my own make along that I am hosting with Christi from Crochet Creations by Christi's Sharing Makers group over on Facebook, as well as her channel is called Crochet Creations by Christi here on YouTube. We do a live show called Hook and Stitch Live, and are hosting a vintage make along called A Stitch in Time, a vintage make along. And I didn't bring my pattern book over here, but this is a vintage style baby dress. And so as you can see, I am onto the skirt of the dress. And yeah, I need to put some work into this because this is for our make along. And I am using Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday DK in the colorway Linen. This is a number 3 light, 100% acrylic yarn, very, very soft, very perfect for a baby garment. And this is coming along. This is one that I almost gave up on, but I stuck with it, and now is, you know, it's no problem at all. And basically it's just gonna have a bunch of pineapples at the bottom, then I'll go back and do the sleeves, and this one will be almost done. The reason why I got to put some work into it is because the make along is going to end in 3 weeks on November 21st. So I got to really get this one done. And I've been taking my time because that's the only project that I wanted to do for the make along. But now the end is upon me, so I got to get on it. I'm actually keeping this one in a bag by Lori Gray. This is an L Gray bag. And it was perfect for the vintage project because look at that vintage print. It is super cool. It's got the drawstring closure. And yeah, I love it. And let me just show you her tag. So yes, I'm lucky enough to be the proud owner of 2 L Gray bags. So that's fantastic. And I think, let's see, what else do we have? We showed you, oh, one more whip. Actually, 2 more whips to show you. Let me go with the Summer Tank by Tony Lipsy from TL Yarn Crafts. I just put a little tiny bit of work on this, so it's not going to look very different from the last time you saw it. But this is the front of the sweater. And this is crochet. And I have put some work in just a little bit this week on, I had put this down because of really focusing on finishing the knitted sweater, which I will show you guys in a second. So this is as far as I am on the back or the front. This is the front. So I am using for that Willow Wheels yarn, which is I think it's a 70% acrylic, 30% wool, number 3, made in Turkey. Colorway name is Eden. And you get 377 yards in each ball. And I think I'm into the 4th ball at this point. Or maybe I'm into the 3rd. Can't remember. So that is where I am on that. And I showed this to y'all a lot. So I'll put the link down below for the pattern. And this is in my oopsie bag. I made this little bag myself. And, you know, the upside down butterflies made it so that I couldn't really sell it. So I kept it for myself. And that's the bag I'm using for that. The final whip that I'm going to share with you guys is being held in a bag from Ella from the No Catchy Name podcast. And she has a Etsy shop of the same name. And this is Esther the Elephant by Jess Huff. Jess Huff. And I started this, call myself starting it before Terry even started. Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast. I was like, I'm going to get started early on my little Esther, and then maybe I will finish up in time when they're all finished. Well, they're all finished. I am not. But there's been some progress. I do have Esther's eyes in. and I'm about to just finish up, close this up, stuff it all away, and then get on to the ears. I think the body, I've been told the body's going to go really fast once I get going. So I'm using, for my Esther, I'm using Earth Tones yarn from Stitch Studio by Nicole. And this one is the Earth Tone range, and the colorway that I have is Silver Fox. It is just a beautiful tweed that was carried previously by AC Moore, which AC Moore is a craft store, or was a craft store that existed not anywhere near where I live. It seems to only have been on the East Coast, and I don't even think there were any in the Midwest as far as I could tell. But Michael's bought them out, and yeah. So that one though I was able to get before they closed because I saw Laurel using this yarn, and I immediately went on to the website. But by the time I went on the website, AC Moore was already on the downswing and you could not order anything online. But Christi, my good buddy Christi, still had an AC Moore open, and she was able to get some and go shopping for me and get me some, and that's how I got that and another colorway I believe she got for me. And so I'm so grateful because that yarn is awesome. And more on that later. Okay, so that is all of my works in progress that I'm going to show you. All right, moving on. It's going to be a long one, y'all. To finish objects. Well, let's just go on and talk about the elephant in the room. I'm going to just tip this up so you can see. That's my Lady Kina sweater. And it is all done. It is the completed knitted sweater, the very first time I have ever done so. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I will pop in some sort of video right on the side of me, or a picture so you can see it kind of laid out. I made 2 major mistakes in it, but I don't care. I am so excited. Maybe 3 major mistakes, but that's okay. I want to do so badly, like, what's her name? Constance from Stitching Over the Days or Yarning Over the Days. I can't remember right now, but she always does her twirl pictures at the end, and it's just more than a notion for me to try to figure out how to do all that. So there you go. You're not getting a twirl. I wanted to though, really badly. So this was finished at the beginning of the month, and I just don't think I've shown it to you here. I've shown it on my lives, but I have not shown it to you here. And this hanging up there, not even doing this justice. So I'm going to try to put some sort of pictures as I'm talking so that you can see just how nicely it did turn out. You guys know I used the Lion Brand Heartland on this sweater, and this was, I finished it on October 10th because, let me go back, put this back down now. I wanted to have a Rhinebeck West sweater, and I was like, I didn't think that the weather was going to even allow me to wear a sweater, but I really wanted to have one. And so I finished it on October 10th, which was the day of Rhinebeck West. Now, for reasons that I'll tell you later, as I update you, I didn't end up going to Rhinebeck West, so you might already know why I didn't go. Anyway, I did still finish the sweater on that day, so I'm just very excited about that. So this year I made a crochet sweater that I finished at the beginning of the year, and I've been sort of wearing that as like a little frumpy warmness around the house in the morning, when it's a little bit around the apartment, when it's a little bit cool outside in the morning and it actually feels crisp and fallish. That's when I put that one on. So yeah, I finished a crochet sweater this year, and now I finished a knitted sweater this year. And once I got that one done, I was like, ooh, which one is going to be next? So I started searching, and I decided to go ahead and go for the February lady sweater, which I've already shown you. When I finished the Tony Lipsy design, the summertime tank, I will be moving into another crochet sweater, and I've already found my pattern. Actually, I have a couple ideas on what to do, but I'm not sure which one to pick. But I'm very excited to get started with another crochet sweater. And I think, you know, once you finish a sweater, it is this sense of accomplishment that you get, and you just want to make another one. So once you do it, you know you can, and so you want to do more. So that's why I cast on the February lady sweater right away, because I was just in the mood to knit another sweater. All right, so I think that's one. Let's see what's next. Okay, so you can see that hat right there. That is a hat that I finished as a pattern test, and this hat, I've done 2 of them, and they are by J Hook, Reggie from J Hook Crochet. This is her design, and this one I did exactly to the pattern as a tester, and then that one I made some modifications. And actually, this going by the pattern is better than what my modifications produced. But anyway, I do plan to make it again. Let me hold it up so you can see it. It's very pretty. That's what it looks like on the top. Very nicely done. I loved it, and I used a Loops and Threads tweed yarn. So yeah, very much enjoyed testing that pattern for her. These work up very quickly, and they work up super quickly. And I think she's still working on getting it released, but once it's released, this pattern is gonna make great Christmas gifts because it goes real quick. So I made 2 of those, so you can see the other one on the little hat stand in the back. And then my other finishes are, you've seen them if you follow me all over the place. I have been making littles. So the first littles that I'm going to show you, this is a pattern called Howl, the Littlest Ghost. And it's so cute. I actually made both of mine bigger than the pattern. This one is 1 round bigger, and this one is 2 rounds bigger. And somebody commented on the pictures that I posted on Facebook. They said these look like the scrubbing bubbles, and they are so right. They're so cute. Howl the Tiniest Ghost, or the Littlest Ghost, is from a designer named Tiffany Horton. And her name on YouTube, and no, her name on Instagram and on Ravelry is Cafe Del Craft. So those are super cute. And then my other littles that I worked on and finished, because you know sometimes after you work on a sweater, I mean that was like a long process. Let me see, I'm missing one thing. Okay, I made these little, hold on, dropping my situation. Made some little itty bitty kitties, and this, an itty bitty kitty pattern is by Thorsby Cottage is the name of the blog. I will link everything, but that is the first one. I used some, I love this yarn, and from Hobby Lobby. I forgot the colorway, but and I embroidered all the facial features other than the safety eyes with embroidery floss. That's the first one. And then I used some Red Heart Huga yarn for this one, so I love the fluffiness of it. Super cute. These were great for scraps. And then finally for Halloween, I just had to do a little black one. It is so cute. So those are my finishes. I believe that's all I finished. The hats, the sweater, and the kitties, and the little ghosts. I believe since the last time we met, those have been all of my finishes, other than this past week and a half. I've been working feverishly to get this load of stitch markers ready for an order. and they are all ready to go. I will be getting them picked up into the mail tomorrow. But just to give you an idea, I mean, it's, if you could see some of that. And if you follow me anywhere, you've seen some of it already. So these are all set to go. That was a big project, took up a lot of the crafty time. And let's see, what else do we have there? Yeah, I think that's it. All right, I think that's it. We're going to move on to, let's just talk real quick about some of my shenanigans. Shenanigans, y'all. You know how I get up to other crafts? Well, you know, you could count stitch markers as a craft. I made some earrings, which I didn't bring over here, but I'm not going to worry about that. But I started playing with polymer clay, and I'll show you the inspiration as to why I started doing this. But I wanted to try my hand at making the handles for my aluminum hooks from polymer clay. And here are my first efforts. I'm not putting anybody out of business, guys. I'm not that great at this, but I love trying. So this one is one of my smaller, this is a size E hook that I would use for amigurumi. And in fact, I used it on the black cat. I used this one. This one, I don't know if it might be a, yeah, this is Susan Bates. And you can see I really tried to get a Christmas design onto it, and it did not come out that great. The other thing is as I followed the tutorials, I was just putting them on the cookie sheet and onto some parchment paper and going ahead and getting them baked. But look at the back on this one. It's not only flat, but it's also burnt. And the same, these were my first two. So this one also flat, but you can at least see that the gingerbread cookie decoration did come out pretty much better on this one. However, it still came out flat. It didn't get as scorched, but if you look at the side of it, right there, yep, that's an air bubble. So I didn't know anything about that until I watched, and I watched it after I did this one. Yolanda Soto Lopez does a video on how to make these, and she talks about air bubbles and making sure you don't have any. So I just looked up and didn't get any on this one, but I for sure had plenty. I had at least one big one that you could see on that one. So then I went back and I looked and I figured out how to not get air bubbles and what you need to do not to get the flat bottom. So here is my third effort. And you can see that, you know, the printing, I tried right there to put a butterfly print on this, didn't work out. And then I went back in with some pink foil because of I had used the pink polymer clay. And this one, I think this might be a boy. Yeah, this is a boy hook. And the size is a J. I didn't cover up my size. And yeah, I was able to at least get this one flat and, I mean, rounded and not, what is the word? Not burnt. And then this is my second one that I did with a leopard print that didn't quite come out. So I went back over it with a gold foil and certain spots. And it looks like it's kind of like a mixed media look on these. And I like how they turned out because just because I figured out how not to get them flat. So, you know, again, not putting anybody out of business. Not even selling them, just having fun with whatever aluminum hooks that I have that I can play with. Because, of course, I had to go out and buy all the, not all the polymer clay, but I got enough to really play with for a while. So, since I had it, I decided also to try and make a little charm, which, okay, it's all right. It's actually, if you see the tutorial I was trying to follow, you'd be like, girl, you missed the mark. But without that, it's kind of cute. So, and this was a lot of work. And because I was trying to follow the tutorial and, Yeah, it's hard to keep white polymer clay white. Like, it's a lot of work. You got to be careful. Oops, dropped it. Sorry. So yeah, that was my adventures into polymer clay, and that was my shenanigans for this episode. I always call it shenanigans when I veer outside of, my normal needle type work. So yeah, that is that for that. And now let's move on to things that I have gotten that I'm in love with. So what inspired me to want to try and do a hook was this one that I got from the Polymer Clay Shed on Etsy. I will link the store down below. But I'm just like, trying not to buy too much yarn, but I'm like, I want to get some specialty hooks. So you gotta get supplies wherever you can. So look at how cute that is. This is a size E. I got this for, I figured I would get these for amigurumis, and I did use these to make those, the Howl. And I just love how this came out. So like I said, I am putting nobody out of business. If you look at how beautiful this job she did on this. And so I may have ordered another one. This one is a Susan Bates hook. And it is a size F, which is what I use for amigurumi. So I have a Christmas one coming. I'll show it to you when I get it. So that's that for that. Then I also was watching Lori Lulu Crochet. I think it's called Lori Lulu Crochet. If not, I'll link her channel down below. And she had purchased this book, and I was like, I must have it. Crochet Iconic Women. Amigurumi Patterns for 15 Women Who Changed the World by Carla Mitrani. Guys, this book, look at them. Look at all who's in there. That is the notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That is the queen. That's Serena Williams, Billie Holiday, Rosa Parks. Where's Jane Goodall? I think this one is Jane Austen. I believe this one with the monkey over here is Jane Goodall. This is amazing. Let me show you some bigger pictures. Here's Amelia Earhart. And let me see. I didn't even look to see how big these guys get. Oh, 7. The finished size on all these, they're small. 7, almost 8 inches. 7 3/4 on these guys. Yeah, most of them are 7 3/4. Here's the queen. So cool. There's Jane Goodall right there. And let me see if I could. Oh, look at Rosa Parks. Look at how they did this. You see Rosa Parks standing in front of the bus. Love it. So awesome. And they put a little blurb about each of the women. Look at Madame Curie. Marie Curie. I don't know if you guys know this girl's story. Her name is Malala Yousafzai. And man, this girl she may be a grown woman now, but she came into our consciousness when she was a teenager. And what an amazing story of hers. Florence Nightingale. Where's Billie Holiday? I gotta show y'all. Okay, Billie Holiday, guys. Billie Holiday. Amazing. Amazing. Alright, so I'm fired up to do something out of this book. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start with Billie Holiday. I feel like I want to make Malala. So many great. Jane Austen. There's Jane Austen. So yeah, I'm so glad Lori talked about that book. And yeah, I got it. As soon as she said it, I ordered it, and now it's mine. Okay, next thing I want to show you that I got. Oh shoot, I forgot one thing. I gotta go get it. Oh my goodness, this video is gonna be long. Sorry. It's already long. I got a needle case for my fixed circular needle. So I have a set of chow goos that are interchangeable, but they come with their own case. I got a ton of fixed ones as well that I needed to, they were just all over the place. So I ended up getting this needle case so I could put a lot of them in here. There's some of the fat ones, bigger ones, chunkier ones, and then here's some more. And then it has like some notions pouches there. And I really enjoyed this. I'm glad I got it. It's probably got, because I doubled up, I probably got about 16 or 17 pairs in here. This thing is, I was thinking it's already dirty. How did it get dirty? Anyway, maybe it was me, maybe it came that way. But this, I will link it. When I got it, it was $20 on Prime. And I have Prime, so it was free shipping. Right now, this is $22 and almost $7 shipping. But I still will link it below in case you want to get it. So that's that for that. And finally, when I showed you Esther the elephant, she was made out of Stitch Studio by Nicole's earth tone yarn. Well, our prayers have been answered. Michael's is actually carrying some of the Stitch Studio by Nicole yarns. Now, I can't find it in my stores, which is disappointing, but my guess is that they are just going to sell it until they are out of it. I wish that they would simply repackage it and sell it always and put it in all the stores. People have found it in their stores. People have found the classic and they have found the earth tone in the stores. I checked my store, it's not there. So it is online. I was able to get another 2 of them. So I got this color. And that is exactly right. The way you're seeing that color on this side is exactly right. Stitch Studio by Nicole Earth Tone in the colorway Forest. So I got 2 in this color. And this colorway is called Auburn. And I got 2 of those. And I love them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just love this yarn. I had to have some. So that's it for that. Now hold on a minute because I got to show you this last thing. So for a very long time, I have been following, her name is actually Gill. Do I have that right, Gill? Or is it Jill? I know it's Gill. And I've been following her for a very long time on Instagram. And she has, her handle on Instagram is called Birdie and Pop It. And I just pulled the trigger one night and I was like, she's a bag maker. And, you know, it's so cool to get a bag. And she's from the UK. And she has a beautiful account, so I'll try to link it and you guys can follow her. But, you know, I decided to get one of her bags because I just think they have fabrics that maybe we don't have. At least the things that I see, it's not the same. So here's what I received from her in the bag. She's from Nottingham, guys. And she gave me a button and she gave me a little rabbit stitch marker. Her name is Gil Page, and her YouTube channel, not her YouTube channel, her Instagram feed, as well as her store on Etsy is called Birdie and Pop It. I think her store is on Etsy. I can't remember now whether I got this from Etsy. Anyway, I'll link all of her stuff down below in case you want to purchase. But it came so quick. And the shipping was not that bad on this bag. Guys, this is a holiday bag. And look at how beautiful that bag is. Look at this bag. It's so cute. It's a nice sock hat size bag. Look at the bear with his hot cocoa or his coffee. Look at the mittens and the skating, and then there's a little Santa, and there's gifts and teapots. Ah, it's so great. This and the satiny ribbons that she puts in, and then when you open it up, that's what it looks like on the inside. Ah, and there's her tag, Birdie and Poppet, Nottingham, UK, and I have a friend that her husband and my husband were roommates. The man she married and my husband were roommates before that we all got married. And his name was David, and he is from England. She's from here. And they always called each other Puppet. So Birdie and Puppet is just, look at that. I'm so excited about that bag. So I am so happy to be the proud owner of a bag from Birdie and Puppet. So there you go. Oh, look at the Christmas tree. Did y'all see it? I certainly didn't notice it. Look at that Christmas tree. I don't know what fabric this is, but it's so beautiful. Anyway, it's substantial. It's probably lined with fusible fleece, but it's very like, it's soft and squishy. I love it. So there you go. Fantastic. So that's it for my stuff. Okay. I think that's all the stuff I was going to show you. All right. What's coming up? I'm going to continue to do Friday lives at lunch. So please come on and join me over there. The next Hook and Stitch live episode will come up on, it's coming up on November 21st, guys. And we just had an episode yesterday. So if you missed out on that one, go ahead and please watch the replay, because it's very watchable afterwards. Sometimes it's not fun to watch lives, but because we do segments and, you know, we had prizes, we had a Halloween trick-or-treat kind of party yesterday. So check it out. Our Stitching Time make-along will also end on the 21st. We got prizes coming for that. We got grand prizes. We will probably do a flash prize or two during the episode, so come on over for that. You have 3 weeks if you still want to get in on it. Use a Stitch in Time Mal as the hashtag on Instagram, because I will pull a winner from over there. And Christi we will pull a winner from Christi's feed or her Facebook page with the finishes. So give it a shot. I will link Christi down below too, so you can join her Facebook group. All right, and finally, I wanted to say, not finally, but the last thing I'll say about yarn is that I am going to host a birthday make-along. And my birthday is on December 20th, so this make-along will not begin until November 15th, and we will go through December 15th, and it is going to be called Make Me a Cupcake. And basically my idea is this. I'll just move right into the health update. So if you've been following me, you know that I recently got diagnosed, unfortunately, with diabetes. And my blood sugar was so high, I had to actually start taking insulin, which we are starting to pull back from a little bit and reduce the amount of insulin that I take. But the blood sugar was just so high that we just had to basically throw all the medicine at it to try to get it down and get it under control. So because of that, I'm really not gonna have cake. So I figured you guys could make me a cupcake. So I'm gonna have a thread starting on November 15th is when we'll start, where you just make me crochet cupcakes. You can post pictures, and anybody who does will be entered into the giveaway for that. So I'll give you more details as it comes along, but I thought about it, different things, and I just decided, I think I was watching the Crochet House Mouse, Angelia, and she made this cute little cupcake, and the idea came to me then. I'm like, well, I can't have real cake, but people could make me cupcakes. I'm not asking anybody to send them to me. I just want to see the pictures. If you want to send it to me, you can. But it's not a requirement. It's not something I'm even asking for. I won't give extra points for. I just really want to see you guys make a cupcake, a amigurumi cupcake, and there I'll be posting free patterns and all that stuff over on the Facebook group, so that if you want to join in, you can make me a cupcake. That way I can have some type of cake for my birthday. So that's the plan for that. So be on the lookout for that. Finally, I will say that I am doing much better, but the reason why I was not able to really do daily lives like I had planned in the month of October for Vlogtober is that I got the diagnosis on September 26th is when I found out that my blood sugar had just skyrocketed. I believe it was a combination of bad eating, not moving, and a whole lot of stress. I was really stressed out about the educational situation, and I'm starting to calm down about it, but it's just been really difficult. But in the process, I wasn't moving, I was eating poorly, and in the process, my blood sugar shot so high, I was having all manner of crazy symptoms, including unexplained weight loss, super thirsty, always in the bathroom, cotton mouth, all kinds of stuff. I won't even go into it. Some of it is just TMI. Every sign that something was wrong. And so once we figured out what was going on, October was a month of a ton of doctor's appointments, and that's still going to continue on. So it was just impossible for me, and there was days as I'm getting used to all the medications that I couldn't do the lives, and so ended up not really working out that great for Vlogtober, but that's okay. We'll see if I maybe will do Vlogmas. I don't know. I enjoyed doing it last year. I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy doing it this year because we don't get to travel. We're not going to be going to Chicago as much as we had hoped. And so I'm just going to be doing everything I can not to be sad that I'm not able to go home. Because last year was amazing. And I really was hoping that this year would be the same with being with family. But nope, not going to happen. It's just not wise for us right now to do that. So that's that. So yeah, I am doing much better. There are other issues that we are having to address, and depending on what they are, I may or may not, let you guys know what that stuff is. But it's just, stuff just goes on with your body, and you got to deal with it. So in between that and dental stuff, lots of doctor's appointments. So anyway, though, I will say that I feel so much better once the medications got, kicked in. Things started changing with my symptoms. A lot of the stuff that I was experiencing went away. And I just simply don't want to be on all this medication for the rest of my life. So I'm trying to change my diet, trying to do more moving so that I could possibly not have to take this stuff. And it's already been moving in that direction. Some of the things that they started with, we've already taken off, and the plan for the insulin is to get off of it, but it's being replaced by another medicine. It's just not insulin, which is fine. It's better, but it's like, I really don't want to be on medicine at all. But you got to do what you got to do at this moment. Anyway, you guys have been so supportive. People, I usually don't talk about myself a whole lot and my personal life, but I thought I would share that because I've been talking about it on the live, so I might as well talk about it here. I am doing much better. I feel much better. Like I said, still things that we have to deal with, but we'll deal with them. Anyway, I think that's it for now. It's been a long episode. I'll come back more regularly, so it won't be this long. I hope you hang in there, and I hope you watch this and enjoy it. I have appreciated all the support that I've gotten from other podcasters, from my knit night friends, and from everybody here who is always commenting and always being so supportive. I thank you. And rather than keep this longer, I will sign off now. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, keep it crafty, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.